Look into my eyes! Oh no! Good night, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into today's spooky and scary video. And I mean, of course, yes, it's not Halloween time, but hey, I've just found a little video idea that I really want to make as part of making a horror film. Got a PlayStation t-shirt because, hey, I'm dressed up like that. But hey, nothing that ordinary of the much more interesting of like thingy bobs in general. I tell you what, I don't think I've ever been playing that much Resident Evil somehow. Obviously, somehow I haven't been playing that much horror games that much. But I'm going to show you a very, very, very simple trick to actually scare the crap out of anyone. And let me just show you. Well, here's something I would love to do if you're going to scare people out from the doorway, hey? Well, first things first, you can just open the door here, eh? And it looks very somewhat much more traumatic. And, maybe I might show you how scary it is at the moment, of course. I think just one of the most number one aspects about making horror-related stuff is, of course, yes, I don't know what to really say, hey, because I've got a tower fan, hey, because, my dad bought it recently, hey, for the summer, just in case if it gets really hot. What I'm actually trying to refer to is that you can pretend I'm actually getting jump scared. I could probably think of, something 20, and I'll be like, ah! Like that, though, hey? Somebody was trying to pop out from this black hole. But I'm going to show you a very good trick. And this will probably scare the absolute daylights of people. And even if you're going to be watching, here's something I'm going to do. Like something out of The Shining. One more thing, I'll be right back. Hello? Don't you feel like you're not going to sleep? Well, guess what? I will come and see you. I will seize you. And for my vision. That actually turns out to be me. I tell you what, that's a very simple pop-up feature. So you have to open the door, and then I think the very first step is if you want to try and scare people, and you want to try and make it really, really creepy, you can just close the door like this, and then you have the light popping out like so. And then you can just open the door a bit just to see a visible version of me. Maybe. I don't know how you see it very closely, but hey, maybe if I zoom in just a bit. I don't think you can zoom in or zoom out in this mode, but I think if you look closely, maybe you can see a very creepy version of me. My eyes staring. I can see you. Yes. Here's Ivan. Yes. Here you go, I'm doing a little prank, so you can scare off your friends by just doing like a little head popping up or doing like a little zombie arm or something. Actually, I'm going to do something very weird. Planes. Yes, that is me, Ivan Lee. And those eyes coming out of my damn basement. So, yes, you can definitely try and basically scare people off with those little techniques. Really scary, but hey, not that real when I think about it, eh? And of course, yes, here's one thing I actually tend to do, and it's just so funny. Let me just grab the, I think there was a big stationary case that I was trying to stand in, and I'll show you one little trick to scare people when they're walking downstairs or upstairs. I think when they're just seeing me, I guess, somehow. Now I'm going to talk very gently, and guess what? One thing when I head downstairs, I simply pop out from this door, and guess what I do? Well, I'm not going to show you properly, but hey, this is something I do. I often pretty much eye out like this, even partially my eyes and stuff, hey, and stare and stare into the vision over here, which overall evokes that sort of effect, eh? Wow, look how creepy this is. Can you believe it? That's the close anchor here, and that's the doorway, eh? I'm really surprised that I could barely ever imagine of just how flippin' creepy this is. Look how scary this is with the clothes and the hanger and stuff. And that's the door over here. Can you believe it? Are you guys already scared? Well, I am already now. Who knows, heading outside could lead to some very dangerous rewards. And maybe when I'm in this environment, it could be perfect with something blue flashing around from my t-shirt, I suppose, eh? It does look very creepy after all. That was a very silent jump scare. I don't know about you, but I can't have myself jump scaring people. And as I'm strolling through over midnight, I wonder who's gonna pop out. That does look creepy in its own ways. I could barely ever see anything. Maybe I could probably see some rats running from my bedroom, but anyways, I'm gonna head straight back into bed because it's so freaking late. I don't want to disturb people. But back to my normal voice. So that was my little demonstration of actually trying to scare people. So what I did is something. Okay, let me just talk for a bit of a minute, okay? You know the one thing, I'm about to shut this door now because it's getting late now, of course, hey? Actually I might turn off this light. The one thing I did in order to scare people was that I was eyeing on people right downstairs, and I actually sort of looked like I was doing this koala pose. I was just kind of like, sort of posing, okay? So it was actually kind of like, if I grab the stand like this, I think it's the stationary stand, I should show you. So the pose I did was something a little bit like that. Okay, so I was actually eyeing next to the staircase wall, I think, and I also sort of posed like a little stare. Okay, so as the people were walking past through the downstairs living room thing, as a way to like scare people off along the way as a little prank thing. Who knows? Could be one of the greatest pranks I could ever pull off. So yeah, and yeah, I also showed you the most simplistic way to scare people from here is this. Zombie arms, like the zombie arm movement, and also the face popping out and such. Actually, there's another creepy posture I want to show you before I end this video. Well, I've actually found a much more obvious section of my house, and it's this door here, this closet door over here. That one there. Sorry, I just can't make videos properly, but that there is the room where I'm going to be doing that little creepy pose out from here. Let me just show you. I'm just going to basically close the other door here first. No, you just sit back and watch and see how creepy it actually gets. Look at this. Who's Ivan? Yes, I'm doing this thing from The Shining, of course, when Johnny pops out from the door and breaks into someone else's house. Look at that. Or even in this case, if you want to leave a gap, you can have me tucked in a blackish background. Maybe I could go really much out to the back, and you can have me somehow at the very distance. It's like, who knows, I'm like Oscar the Grouch, but I've just been ostracized by any Sesame Street neighborhood party member. And I'm just like, I'm not grouching, but I'm just pretty much slouching around, but I'm also just like scaring people and stuff too. I can stand real back. Look at this. Do you think this is creepy enough or scary enough for me, hey? Who knows about that? And even if I close this door, it's not that effective. And of course, it's even from a personal eyes view, it also is quite scary. It can be quite, I can scare people, but they can also scare me too. Anything in general. It really depends. So yeah, it actually is quite interesting. Somehow if I was like a victim, if I was being very scared, well then there would have been someone who would have been after for me. But if I was the person who would have been the instigator and scared people in a sense, I'll just be staring and looking at people, or even like, making some very funny zombie postures coming up from the doors and stuff without my face being exposed, hey? Somewhat, I guess. Or even in this case, somehow like just, I don't know, simple postures in a sense. So that's it of me just making a very simple video on using some horror film like techniques on how you can scare people using a little method like having just slouching on the doorways, I guess. I think that was quite very simple to produce. So hope you really enjoyed in this very strange video. I don't have that much proper way of English linguistics, so please give this video a like, subscribe for more for that videos in the future, and as always, thanks so much for watching. And boy, my throat needs to rest, but goodbye for now. Bye.